Hey guys, Random Cat here, and we're going to be continuing on with Steins Gate. We've gotten 2 of the endings. Now we're going to aim to get a bit further, since we know how to do that. Now let's get right on to that. So we're back to where we were. Now all we need to do is send the email. But I hesitate. Okay, here we go. Sorry, Faddis, I lied to you. When we change things back to the way they were, your memories of this world line will almost certainly disappear. Perhaps another miracle will happen, and you'll regain your memories of this world line too, but I can't be sure. There's no guarantees. And so I'll engrave these memories onto my heart. The memories of Faddis, the Rhinet champion. Joking on ransom. Love you, Papa. See you soon. And we changed the past. I got the achievement, made it complex. Made in complex. Here we are back in the lab. My head spins. I feel faint. Oh, hang on. So, slowly the world reasserts itself. I have teleported to the lab development room. Faddis is standing next to me. Reading Steiner is telling me that the world line has changed. Additionally, the injuries the viral attack has inflicted on my body have vanished. So has the pain. Faddis is standing in the center of the room, looking around. The tears that were in her eyes just a moment ago are gone. Kyoma? Do you know where Faddis's phone went, Nya? Just a moment ago, Faddis was fighting to hold back her tears, but that Faddis is no more. In her place is the usual cute, cheerful Faddis, with an impish smile on her face. I look at the phone in my hand. It's not my phone, but one with several cute girly cat dolls phone straps attached. Here's your phone. Yeah? Faddis walks up to me with a teasing smile on her face. She pokes at my fingers with her index finger. Kyoma, did you see what was inside, Nya? Faddis gently takes her phone away from my hand. If you did see, then please forget about it, Nya. Can't let that cat out of the bag, Nya? Or else they will awaken, Nya? Oh my God. Come on, Kyoma. You're supposed to say something, Nya. Who the hell are they? Or something, Nya. I'm sorry. Before we sent the email, Faddis said she didn't want to forget. And I lied that she would surely remember, but she didn't. Kyoma's acting weird, Nya. You usually act all pompous and Nya. I embrace Faddis suddenly, pulling her to me as tightly as I can. I'm sorry. Faddis remembers nothing. Nothing about our victory at the Rhinet tournament. Nothing about our escape from the viral attackers. Nothing about her father riding up in his limousine to save her. Nothing about how we talked alone in her bedroom. Nothing. She remembers nothing. Everything that happened on that world line was undone. What happens to that world, or what happens to that world line? I don't know. Maybe like Susaha said, it still exists as another possible world line. Or maybe it ceased to exist the moment I sent the D-mail. You have to be a god to observe each and every world line, so it's pointless to worry about it. But one thing is clear. I can never return to that world line again. Faddis can never see her father again. Kyoma. This is really bold of you, yeah? Mayushi's in the next room. She'll find out, you know, yeah, ha 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 ha. I'm sorry. The only thing I can do is apologize. On this world line, Mayuri invited Faddis to come hang out at the lab. Apparently she came to see a costume Mayuri had made. Faddis has to work after this, so she soon leaves the lab. Got an email from Mayuri. Kei-chan had a fight with her boyfriend. How do I get them to make up? Mayushi never had a fight with anyone, so I think it's mysterious. I couldn't fight with the person I like. Since when do you have someone you like? I figured you'd put food before her eyes. Wonder who she does like. Faddis has work after this, so she leaves the lab. After seeing Faddis, I head towards Yanabayashi's shrine. On the way, I stop at Chudori and take a look around. They're all back. Look at all of these advertisements. The Moe stores exist again. Animate Tora Noana Mandarake Gamers Lamtada Melon Books Asobit City. They're all returned to the streets of Akiba. There's a gigantic anime-themed banner hanging from the roof, soft map building. Maids walk the street, handing out leaflets. Cosplaying girls advertise in storefronts, but the return of the familiar scenery brings no relief to my heart. There is only pain, for everything I see confirms that Faddis has lost her father. But I can't stop here. I shake my head and hurry to the shrine. On the way I notice that the satellite is missing from Redican rooftop. Of course it is. Susaha is gone. The thought brings a new pang of grief to my heart. Before this is over, how much more pain will I shoulder? Mayuri. Maybe she does have someone she likes. Okay, Mayushi, you weirdo. I pass beneath the archway and enter the silent courtyard. I walk up to the main building and jab the intercom. After a few presses, I get a reply. Yes? Who is... Ah! Okabe-san! Lukako comes out. Girly as always, even though he's a guy. No wait, this Lukako is genuinely a girl.
Lukako.
Her face changed too when she became a girl. Lukako, someone should have donated an old computer to the shrine several years ago. Can you ask your dad about it for me? An old computer? I think Lukako went pale when I mentioned the computer. She lowers her face immediately, so I can't be certain. I'll go call my dad. Lukako hurries inside. It looks like she knows something. Lukako's dad soon appears. Well, if it isn't Ho-in-kun. Thank you for taking care of my daughter. I rush the greeting and get down to business. If I'm not mistaken, there was an old computer donated to the shrine about 10 years ago. Do you know about it? An old computer? Hang on. Well, yes, I do remember that. Really? Yes, finally, I've returned to the world line with the IBN 5100. Please, I need to see it. Sure, please wait here. Luka's dad heads inside the sanctuary in the back. She knows something. Lukako has been silent this whole time. She keeps touching her hair and looking around nervously. Something is definitely wrong with her. Are you afraid of me, Lukako? Yeah? Understand. I mean, I touched your nerdy bits, I guess. Crap. I just made things more awkward. I didn't have to say it like that. I'm not afraid of you, Okabe-san. That was really embarrassing, though. Sorry. Okay. By the way, do you know about the IBN 5100? No. Lukako shakes her head in an unnatural way. I've never heard of it. But when I called you before, it sounded like you knew about it. No, Lukako is looking more and more uncomfortable. Maybe I'm pushing her too hard. I should back off. I did a terrible thing to this girl. So it might be best if I stop treating her as my disciple. I need to treat her like a lady from now on. If I don't, I could get sued for sexual harassment or charged with attempted rape or indecency or something. But how exactly do I treat her like a lady anyway? I just treat everyone the same pretty much. So, you're not gonna wear the costume Mayuri made? Oh, no. Because it's embarrassing? Yes. Why is this girl so lacking in confidence? I guess she can't help it if it's in her nature. But didn't she say her reason for becoming a girl was to gain confidence in the first place? And yet she's a girl now, but she still seems the same inside. That's strange. Luka's dad returns. His timing is good. My conversation with Lukako wasn't going anywhere. Did you find it? I tried asking just in case, but he looks confused. Obviously something unexpected had happened. Well, I couldn't find it. You couldn't find it? I remember receiving an old computer, but it's not in the storehouse anymore. The IBN 5100 isn't here. I press my hands to my temples and stifle a groan. This world line is still twisted. The IBN 5100 is like a mirage floating in front of me. I can see it, but never reach it. Pardon my asking, but the PC was donated by Akiha Rumiho-san, correct? Huh? How did you know? Do you know her by chance? Well, we're friends. Rumiho-chan has grown up to be a splendid young lady, hasn't she? It was when she was still in elementary school. She came to visit her with her butler, Kuroki-san. But why did that computer disappear? Hang on, I think I skipped something. Where is it? No, I didn't skip anything. I thought someone might have stolen it, but everything else is untouched. And the lock wasn't broken. She sold it. This contradicts Lukako's statement. Lukako said she didn't know about the IBN 1500.
ルカは何か知らないかな。
Luka,
確かここ最近は毎年年末の大掃除の日に宝物殿の掃除をしているだろう。
Luka, do you know anything about it? You've been cleaning the sanctuary the past few years, haven't you? Once again, Lukako hangs her head, almost shaking with fear. Her hands are trembling.
Lukako.
Lukako, what's wrong? I try asking again, but she doesn't raise her head. I don't know anything. The look on her face betrays her. Lukako is lying. But why? Remember, she shouldn't even know about the IBN 5100. Why does she know? Because the world line changed? There's no other answer. Her D-mail must be the cause. In Fedis's case, I didn't know what her D-mail was about. But in Lukako's case, I already know what it is. I want to be a girl. The D-mail must have had influence beyond Lukako's sex, the butterfly effect. It somehow changed the location of the IBN 5100. It was like that with Suzuha and with Fedis. I can't help but think that the universe itself is keeping the IBN 5100 away from me. At any rate, when Lukako sent her D-mail, reading Steiner activated, meaning the D-mail changed the world line. If the IBN 5100 weren't returned to me on this world line, then the next step is to cancel Lukako's D-mail. In other words, I need to turn Lukako back into a guy. Suddenly I feel dizzy. It's not heat stroke, and it's not reading Steiner. How am I going to explain this to Lukako herself? Just the other day when I called Lukako a guy, she cried. Then Kurisu and Mayuri ganged up on me. Can I get Lukako to go back to being a guy without stirring up trouble? This is going to be tough. Maybe I should consult someone else about this. At first, I consider consulting Kurisu, but I don't think I should talk to a girl this time. Let's think a little. I visit Tenoji's house. The divergence meter is here. I need to know what it says. It's different. Cancelling Fedis's D-mail appears to have raised the value by about 0.05. Little by little, I'm approaching the goal of 1 divergence. The number gives me courage. Afterwards, Tenoji recounts his memories of Hashida Suzu, just as he did on the previous world line. I stay until he's finished. It's past 6 PM when I get back to the lab. Welcome back, Corinne. Oh, why? There are 2 girls in the lab, Mayuri and Kurisu. Who is this Karin? Well, welcome back. So well into Okarin, doesn't it? When you put them together, it's doubly delicious. It's not delicious. It's a greeting I can only use for Okarin. So why not? Where's Daru? Probably at May Queen. May Queen? So it's back too. So, when Fedis said she had work, she meant at May Queen. What about you, Mayuri? You work there too, don't you? Of course I do. You know that, Okarin. You're so weird. Mayushi's taking a break to prepare for Komima tomorrow. The timeline has been corrected, it seems, at least in part. I should stop by May Queen when I have time. I'll visit sometime when Mayuri and Fedis are working, sorry. I didn't realize it until it was gone, but I think I really like that maid cafe. Kurisu's reading a Western book. It's the same book as always. It's pretty hefty, so it must take a long time to read. I walk past her and enter the development room. There sits the time lit machine. Today is Saturday the 14th of October. The first time Mayuri died, it happened on Friday the 13th. After Suzuha's sacrifice changed the world line, Mayuri died on the 14th instead. Her death was delayed 24 hours exactly. If the pattern continues, her death on this world line should occur tomorrow, the 15th. Just to be safe, I should buy a few days of time with the time leap machine. I'll probably need time to solve the Lukako problem. I should time leap right away. Just before entering the lab, I peeked into the Brawn Tube workshop. The 42-inch CRT was on, so there's no problem there. Still... will Mayuri really die on the 15th? I don't have solid proof. Maybe there is no pattern and it's just in my head. Maybe Mayuri dies today. Maybe she dies tomorrow. What I want more than anything is for that never to happen. What happens to Mayuri on this world line? I mustn't let my guard down. Not until the IBN 5100 is back in my possession. At the same time, however, I want to know what happens to Mayuri on this world line. There's still a chance, however small, that she won't die. No, don't hesitate. Hesitation could lead to an irreparable mistake. I don't want to see Mayuri die again. To see the light fade from her eyes. It's too painful, so I won't confirm Mayuri's death. I don't want to. All I can do is assume the worst. Oh. Retrieving the IBN 5100 is the only sure way to prevent her death. I must not rest until then. I need to time leap now. I can always time leap later. I put away my phone and take a deep breath. I don't want to sacrifice anyone else. I know it's unreasonable, but I want to hope that nothing will happen on this world line. A foolish dream perhaps, but still. Nothing happens on the 14th. Mocha's group doesn't appear at the lab, and Mayuri doesn't get involved in any accidents. So far, so good. The problem is tomorrow. The time is 7:30 PM. My preparations are complete. The time leap machine is set, mode snake is prime, and the remote control for the TV downstairs is ready. It's all second nature to me now. Komima started today, so Mayuri's been in at our arcade since this morning. I told Daddy not to come to the lab today, but to keep an eye on Mayuri instead. So even if Mocha's group shows up here, they'll have a low chance of killing Mayuri. Will the rounders come on this world line? We'll soon find out, 7:35. The door isn't kicked open. Instead, my phone rings. It's Daru. Hello, Daru? Something's wrong. Hey, what happened, Daru? I'm sorry. Some guys came out of nowhere. They took Maishi. I think they wanted me. I ran, but Maishi. What do I do, Okarin? It's the rounders. They kidnapped her. And then they probably killed her. To them, Mayuri is expendable. I grind my teeth in frustration. It didn't work. I still haven't averted Mayuri's death. I tossed Mode Snake onto the couch. The preparations were a waste. Mayuri died somewhere else. I hang up and walk to the development room. I won't let you kill Mayuri. And so once more I send my memories to the past. An unpleasant sound pierces my ears. My vision ripples, my flesh and my soul momentarily feel separated. I grab my right wrist, I close my eyes, take deep breaths, and wait for my pulse to return to normal. Phew. The worst is over. All that's left is a headache. Now I have my answer. Mayuri's death is still fixed, just as in my heart I knew it would be. The change merely delayed it by another 24 hours. I need to cancel Lukako's email. I sit down in a pipe chair and try to come up with a plan. Nothing. I've been searching for a way to tell Lukako the truth, but every mental stimulation I run ends with her in tears. I suppose that's to be expected. After all, I've already seen it happen once. I mistook Lukako for a guy, and she ended up in tears. I mean, Lukako cries at just about everything. To broach this topic now would be likely poking an open wound. Damn. It looks like I have no choice but to ask Kurisu. She's a girl, so she should understand how Lukako feels. I call Kurisu out to the bench in front of the Bronze Tube workshop we're alone. This seems serious. Yes, I have a difficult problem that requires delicacy to resolve. Delicacy? That's like the exact opposite of what anyone expects from you. That's why I want to ask a girl. Plus you're my assistant, so I need you to save my ass this instant. Oh, you. Why do you need to ask a girl anyway? I give her the rundown, including how many times I've time-leaped and what happened with Suzuha and Fedis. How many times have I explained this to her now? This time she believed me more readily than I expected. The only thing she doesn't believe is the story about Lukako. Urushibara-san is actually a guy? That's totally ridiculous. But it's the truth. Was the truth. So basically, she wrinkles her brow in thought. She looked like Hashida. Crap, I got a mental image there for a second. Judging by her expression, so did Kurisu. We grimace. Unacceptable. There's no way such a cute girl was a guy. It's true though. Hey, hold your horses. I never said that Lukako looked like a guy. He actually looked pretty much the same. He was always androgynous, so much you couldn't help but think he was secreting excess female hormones or something. As a result, I didn't even notice when Lukako became a girl at first and made a fatal mistake. He looked like she does now? Kurisu gaze wonders for a bit. Acceptable. What? You're into like weird yaoi and yuri, aren't you? Anyway, you want to turn her back into a guy? Unless we do, Mayuri dies. Mayuri's life is tied to Urushibara-san's gender. That's so crazy it doesn't seem real at all. Of course, that's... Have you come up with a solution? No, that's the problem. Of course. I'll have Lukako turn back into a guy. No, I don't know if she's going to appreciate that. That's why I'm consulting you, so I can find a way to do this, while hurting her at the least. Take a mouthful of Dr. P in a vain attempt to quiet my frustration. If only I hadn't been so careless. I shouldn't have let so many people send emails. This is my punishment. I must shoulder the pain of everyone who's used a D-mail, Suzuha, Fedis, and now Lukako. There's more. Regret won't change anything. There's only one piece of advice I can give. Kusina sighs, blowing her bangs. Don't say anything to Urushibara-san. What do you mean? Based on what you've told me, you have the advantage this time. You already know the contents of the D-mail. So you don't have to tell her, Him? Him? You don't have to tell Urushibara-san. Just send the cancellation D-mail. You mean pose as Lukako and send the mail to her mother and myself? If the world line changes, then that will be all undone. In which case, ethical concerns don't really matter. The end justifies the mean, a philosophy worthy of a scientist. Just one problem, you don't remember number, do you?
俺は
I don't know her
ルカコの
mother's
母親
pager
の
number.
ポケベル番号
What? Are you an idiot? Why didn't you write it down?
その時は
I didn't think I would
こんな
need
ことになる
it.
とは思わなかったのだ
Kurisu clicks her tongue. She rubs her brow with her fingers while muttering and thinking. What if you just ask for the page number directly? Think up a good excuse.
警戒される気
That's
がす
going
る
to look suspicious.
何ビビってんのよ。
What are you so scared
い
of?
つもの無駄に尊大な岡部らしくないな。
That's not the vain and arrogant Okabe I know. Vain and arrogant? That was uncalled for. I don't have time to be Ho-in Kilmer now.
そんなの。
Just make up some nonsense like you always do. I mean, you know how gullible she is, right?
彼女って
Wow, I hate myself for saying that. I'm a bad
自己
girl.
嫌悪になりそう。私ってひどい女だ。
Kurisu hangs her head.
だが
Maybe I should just tell her the
単刀直
truth.
入に
Sincerity will work better than underhanded tricks, I think.
マッドサイエンティスト
A
が
mad
生徒と
scientist?
笑っちゃう
Sincere?
わね。
That's a good one.
洗脳してやる。ふわ
It's more like you just say, I'll brainwash her. Moo ha 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 ha. I'm being serious, damn it. I will shoulder Lukako's pain. That's my responsibility.
最終的に
When I cancel that D-mail, the fact that she was a girl will be
ルカコが女
undone.
だったことは故に
I'm the only one who can carry that burden.
だったら私に相
So
談
what
す
are
る
you
必要
talking
な
to
んて
me
ない。
for? Go to her now
Imasigu
and
kanojo
tell her
no
what
tokoro
you
ni
told
itte.
me.
私にしたように説明すればいい。
そう
Yeah, you're right. That's my only choice. As always, there are only a few worshippers at the shrine. I guess that's how it can keep its dignified silence, even though it's less than a 10-minute walk from Akihabara Station. Ah,
岡部さん、
Okabe-san. Lukako is sweeping the courtyard.
すみません。
I'm sorry. I left
さみだれは
Samadare
部
in
屋
my room.
に置きっぱなしで。
いや
No, that's okay.
そのことはいい
Really?
そうですか。
Oh crap. Now that we're face to face, I can't bring myself to tell her the truth.
どうか
Is something wrong?
しましたか？
Well,
その
I recall Lukako's crying face. She looked very sad when I called her a guy. If possible, I don't want to make her cry again. No, why am I acting so weak? I can't stop here. I swore I would do anything to save Mayuri. And when Lukako said he wanted to be a girl, he probably only said it out of curiosity. If I explain everything properly, I doubt she'll refuse to become a guy again.
ルカコよ
Lukako? Huh? Yes? I grab her by the shoulders and pull her close. Lukako's cheeks instantly turn bright red.
落ち着いて聞いてくれ
Please listen carefully. The truth is,
男だったのだ
you used to be a guy. No reaction. Well, so I thought. Then tears start welling up in Lukako's eyes. You're saying that again?
そんなこと言うんですか？
Damn, I made her cry again. But this time I don't back
聞
down.
くんだ
Listen,
お前
unless you
が
turn back into a
男に戻ってくれなか
guy,
った
Mayuri will die. Eh? I explain everything. About time travel. About the D-mail Lukako sent. About Mayuri's fate. About how to avoid it. I talk and talk without pausing for breath. Finally, I'm done. You're joking, right?
ですよね。
Her voice is trembling.
そんなの
I can't believe any of it.
全然いつもの
This is more role-playing, right? You're being Kyoma-san, right? Right?
設定ですよね。そうなんですよね。
No, it's the truth. The crazy truth. She backs away from me, shaking her head.
でもひどい。
I don't
そん
like
な設定
that
は
backstory. It hurts. And I think it would hurt Mayuri-chan
困り
too.
ますし、まゆりちゃんも
いきなりこんなこと言われ
I
て
know you're confused.
困惑するのもわかる
Hearing this so suddenly, but it's all true. I've witnessed her death countless times.
お前には
I'm sorry. I know I'm being selfish, but I'm begging you to save Mayuri. I need you to become a guy again. Please tell me you're joking,
な
Okabe-san.
んだって。
I can't possibly be a guy. I don't want to be.
僕は
I've always been a girl, ever since I was
生まれ
born.
た時から
This is cruel.
しかも
And why do I have to hear it from you of all people?
よりによって恥ずかしい。
I'm so embarrassed. This isn't right. Lukako covers her face with both hands to snuff out her sobs.
恥じることなどあるもの
What's
か
to be embarrassed about? I have a harder time thinking of you as a girl anyway.
お前が女である方が違和感がある
Lukako jerks like someone poking her with a cattle prod. Her crying has stopped. What did I do?
そう
That's how you... me?
何
What?
なんて
I
言った
couldn't hear you. She lowers her hands and looks at me. Then she smiles a soft, sorrowful smile.
岡部さんは
So that's how you think of me.
僕のことをそんな風に
ルカ子
Then Lukako
Mother!
ran off. Lukako, wait. She doesn't stop even when I call her. She disappears into the shrine office. It's turned out just as my mental simulations predicted. I sigh and leave the shrine, dejected. I need to come up with a plan. When I get back to the lab, I take Kurisu out to the bench and explain what happened. Kurisu listens with an annoyed expression the whole time. When I finish, she glares at me and says,
フラグが立ったな
You raised a flag.
お前は何を言って
What are
る
you
んだ
talking about?
わかんないの
Don't you get it? You
どう
raised
見
the
てもフラ
flag.
グ立ったでしょ
Or I guess you could say you tripped over a flag that was already raised.
と言うべきかも
フラグとは
You mean a death
死亡
flag?
フラグのことか
死んでどうする
Why, it's a romance
AI
flag,
flag, yo.
genius.
の
What? A romance flag.
漆原さんはあんたに気がある
Urushibara-san likes you. Kurisu thrusts her finger at me.
大好きな法
When her
院京
beloved
馬から
Corwin Kilmer
お
told
前は
her
男だ
she
っ
was a
たと言わ
guy,
れて
it tore her
彼
pure
女の
maidenly
純真な
heart
乙
into
女
tiny
心
little
をズ
bits.
タズタ率直に真実
In
を
other
話
words,
す
your plan was a
作戦は
massive failure.
結果的に大失敗だったことになる
She sure is calm when it's my neck on the line.
恋愛となると厄介だ
Love is
よ
trouble.
あれ
There's
に
no
は方程
formula
式
for
が存在し
calculating
ない
people's feelings.
人の感情は
Too
計算で
many
きない
unknowns to
あ
solve
まりに
for.
未知数だわ
She shakes her head like she can't imagine anything worse. Has this girl never been in love?
正面から攻めるの
The
はダメ
direct
だった
approach was a mistake.
きっと
It'll be even
本人
harder
を
to
説得す
persuade
る
her
ハードル
now.
は今度は別の解放を
You
考
should
え
think
るべ
of
き
another
彼
way
女のお
this
母さん
time.
に直接話を聞
Like
きに行く
asking her mother directly.
彼女を泣かせた男としてあんたはすでに
Though
しばらくに認識されているはずだから
I'm
家族の
sure,
ガードも固くなってるかもしれないけど
the Urushibara family already thinks of you as the man who made their daughter cry, so they might have their guard up. Lukako likes me? I don't want to believe it. I mean, I appreciate the sentiment,
ち
but
なみに
when
ルカ子は
do you think I first set off that romance
だっ
flag?
たと思う
知らんがな
How should I know?
だってよく考えてみ
I
ろ
mean, think about it. Lukako was a guy last week. If he already liked me at that point, then...
そ
Uh-oh.
の
それは岡部の主観
That's
での
just
ロ
your
ジックでしょ
perspective.
漆原さんなり
From
私な
everybody
りの主
else's
観からすれば
perspective, she was always a
彼女
girl.
は最初
It
から
makes
女の子だ
perfect
った
sense.
だから今いるこの世
Think
界
in
線の
terms of
基
the
準を
current
考え
world
な
line.
さい
Right, it makes perfect sense. Still,
それより
anyway, there's a
私
bigger
が不
problem.
安なのは漆原さんの性
Will
別を男に
changing
戻すことで
Urushibara-san's gender
本当に
to male really bring the
IBM
IBM
5100が戻って
5100
くるの
back?
かっていうこと
前の世界線とは
Something is
変化があ
different
った
from the previous world line.
ルカ子の父親の話
According to
では
Lukako's father,
IBN
the IBN
5100
5100 was
少なくとも
definitely
以
at
前は
Yanabayashi
柳
Shrine.
林神社に存在していたと鈴葉がフェイリスの父
Suzuha
親に
gave
話
it to Fedis'
彼
dad.
の死後に
After
フェイ
he
リスが
died, Fedis donated it to
柳林
Yanabayashi
神社に奉納
Shrine.
したその流れは
That sequence is the same as on the world line where I obtained the IBN 5100.
段階的に元の
So you're
世界線
gradually
に
approaching
近
the
づいてき
original
て
world
る
line.
っていう思ったんだけど
You know, I've
世
been
界線っ
thinking
てそう簡単
you
に変
really
化する
shouldn't
も
be
のじゃ
able
な
to
い気が
change
す
the
る
world line so easily.
なぜそう思う
What makes you say that?
だって
I mean,
世界には
there are
60
6
億以
billion
上の
people
人
in the
間がいるの
world.
よ
7 now.
その中の誰
It
か一
doesn't
人の
make
性
sense
別
that
が
switching a single
男から
person's
女に変
gender
わった
could
ところ
cause
で
such a
世
huge
界
change
線
in the
が
world
大
line.
きく変わるなんて
鈴葉が言っていたのは
According to Suzuha,
タイムリープによって本来
taking
の
direct
異なること
different
があり
actions after
ダイバージェンス
a
は
time
不安
leap
として
will only change their burdens by around
0.00001% だと言っていた
0.0000001% if at all.
だが
But when I cancelled Fedis' DMAL, there was a 0.05% change.
0.05% でも十分大きい
0.05% is pretty big. What did Amane-san have to say about that?
2010年は
The year 2010 is a major attractor field junction. And the key is whether or not I obtain an IBN 5100.
IBN 5100と岡部の距離がダイバージェンスの数値を決定する
It's
の
an
か。
interesting point. Maybe the divergence meter actually measures your distance to the IBN 5100.
つまり
In any
あん
case,
たを含めた
what you're
全て
saying
の
is
人
that
間
all
の
of the
D メール
D-mails we sent had an
バタフライ
influence on the
エフェクトによって
IBN 5100's
IBN
location
5100
somehow.
のありかに影響を与えた。
D メールの中には
There were also some
俺の
D-mails
リー
that
ディング
didn't
シナリオが
activate
発動
reading
しないもの
Steiner.
があった。
うん
Hmm.
逆に
So
言え
just
ば
cancel the
リー
D-mails
ディ
that
ングシタイナー
activated
が発動した
reading
D メール
Steiner,
だけを取り消し
and
て
the
いけ
IBN
ば
5100 might come back to you.
IBN 5100はあんたの手元に戻ってくるのかも。
The remaining D-mails were sent by Lukako and Kiryumoka. I don't want to see that woman again if I can help it. In any case, I should focus on Lukako right now.
で、
So what should I do about
ルカコの許可は
Lukako?
どうすればいい？
付き合っちゃえば？
Just go out with her.
マジで。
Seriously?
好きな人いないんなら
If there's nobody you
別
like,
にためらう
then
必
there's
要
no
ないでし
reason
ょ。
not to, is there?
そうやって彼女の
Get
心を
close and help her
解
work
きほ
through
ぐ
her
してあげれ
feelings.
ばいい。
Then she'll probably tell you what you need to
そしたら
know.
マユリが死ぬのは2日
Mayuri
後だ。
dies in 2 days. I don't have time for that touchy-feely stuff. Suddenly, Kurisu's expression turns
こ
grave.
れは
Only consider this as
最
a
後の
last
選
resort.
択肢としてやろうと思えば
If you're willing to hurt
漆原さんの人格を否
Urushibara-san,
定して
you can always take the information by force.
どうせ
She'll
世界
forget
線
after
改
the
変
world
後は
line changes, won't
その
she?
ことを彼
In
女
that
に
case, I
忘れて
think
る
it's
は
a
ず。
valid option.
マユリが死ぬことに
But
比べ
only
た
when
らまだ
compared to
マシっ
Mayuri's death.
てレベルだ。私
I hate myself for
今す
suggesting
ごく
this.
最低な。
いや、
No, you're right. I need to consider every possibility.
だがそれは
But I don't want to do that if there's any other choice. I'm not saying this for myself. From my perspective, when the world line changes, everything until that point becomes undone. But what about from Lukako's perspective? What if this world line continues after I leave it behind? The Lukako of this world line will have to live with what I did to her. That possibility exists. Suzuha said that that's not the case, but there's no way to be sure. And since I can't confirm or deny that possibility, I don't want to use Kurisu's last resort. Besides, I have the time leap machine, and as long as I have it, I can repeat the days before Mayuri's death forever. Of course, there's still the danger of a time leap failure. In any case, the first thing I should do is have an honest talk with the girl in question. I hear the tweeting of small birds outside the window. It's nice and cool early in the morning, even though it's the middle of summer. Too bad the cicadas are already chirping. The sunlight's not too strong yet. I couldn't get a wink of sleep. I was up all night thinking about Lukako. Okarin? Ah, there you are. Hey guys, with this, we end this episode here, and you'll have to wait till tomorrow to see where with this, because I had to cut it in a weird spot. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you've enjoyed. If you have, please leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.